All games of soda, we got a lady staring at us. And she looks like Twista.
Ready to put this curse to rest.
This is the final episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark Tale of Orpheo's Curse, because we have both of them together, and they've done it. They've doubled the number of playable characters. We have his eyes, we have his hat, we have his medallion, we have his wand, and we have his heart. I mean his cape. And we also have a blue key and a fucking candle and this thing, and
it does look like his heart.
yeah, that would have been better.
Alex, this candle though, it's Mary. I know it.
It's weird how it's glowing, as if it had some kind of power.
Yeah, it is odd.
Odd.
It's also odd that she apparently is like doing lunges or something.
Yeah.
It's a weird little pose. Well, if we grab this
I have an idea.
What?
No! Stop it! Orpheo will get you. He's coming. He's on his way now. You'll never break the spell in time.
Terry, it's a hologram. That thing wasn't real. The candle was making it.
You mean it wasn't really Mary?
I don't think so.
What?
No, it was... Apparently we're also...
Hey, it looks real, doesn't it?
doppelgangers and holograms.
Smoke and mirrors.
Leave that statue alone!
Alex, put the hat on the statue!
Yep.
Now the medallion, hurry!
We're doing it! We're weakening his power!
Stop!
Stop! The cape, Alex, the cape!
Why aren't you doing any of this?
Stop, or I'll destroy you!
Oh, I better stop.
Now you, Terry! Put the wand in his hand!
Yep. Because, well, that's because Alex had those items.
Yeah.
You'll pay for this!
You sound like Mary, Orpheo.
The eyes, Terry! The eyes!
Hooray. Wax Orpheo's unaffected.
I'm free! Free at last! Do not be afraid. I am Orpheo, the real Orpheo. That was my daughter, Mary. She created a spell so that I would become a member of my wax museum and she would become the star of the theater. Well, her spell was successful. I became wax and she became me.
Are you a ghost now?
Well, yes. You can't expect a person to live very long if they're made of wax, can you? But quickly, before she comes to, run down to the stage and perform the teleportation trick. Bring back Elizabeth and set the other ghosts free. Hurry! It's nearly midnight!
Alright. This is it. The last chase scene.
I assume she's chasing you.
And now there's all of a sudden a door here.
I wonder if this is a way out.
Let's
Yes.
stop and think about it.
There's the blue door, if you remember.
Yeah.
I think this one's actually timed, too.
Really? Better get your ass in gear then.
We gotta go to the theater.
The theatre.
And the big twist is that we have to turn around. that's the puzzle there.
You have to turn around.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Me? You're the magician.
Okay, here goes. Ladies and gentlemen, for our next trick, my partner, Alex, and I will perform the famous teleportation trick.
No! You don't know what you're doing! Stop!
My assistant is going into box number 1. Get in there.
Do you know what you're doing?
No, but trust me.
Alright. Well,
Okay.
we have a couple options here. We can either go another box, that doesn't do anything. We can click on the skull, which we're told not to do, or
Or question mark.
we have to click on the question mark.
I'm back! You did it! Oh, I've come back, Father! I'm back!
Elizabeth! My Elizabeth!
Huh.
I can't touch the ground. Wow, I can't tell you how good that feels.
And I can breathe again. So, Mary, this is the result of your curse. Are you satisfied now?
I still have my powers. I will.
But where's Alex?
She's right. We're not quite done yet.
Those plans in Orpheo's room said something about deactivating a question mark.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know what to do.
We're not quite finished yet. We have to
I don't know.
one more puzzle. And
Oh boy. And now everyone's happy.
Now do you believe me about magic?
Seeing is believing, and I believe. Oh, and Terry,
What?
thanks for bringing me back. I guess you really are a magician.
Yeah, that was great.
Excellent.
Very scary. I liked it a lot.
So, let's take a vote. Who favors inducting our friend into the Midnight Society?
Me. Me too. I do. Thumbs up.
Yes. Then it's settled. Congratulations. Welcome to the Midnight Society.
Real cool.
You think you're clever, do you? We'll see just how well you sleep tonight. I'll be there, you know. In your dreams.
yes, the curse has been lifted. It turns out Orpheo was just a good guy all along.
It was
that guy.
Mary's curse.
Yep, that doesn't make for as intriguing of a
Title.
Huh. So, I have experienced this game a few times now, but you haven't.
I have not.
It's sort of a little twist at the end, even though we kind of always knew that Mary is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Raymond Benson is the guy who wrote it
Mm-hmm.
and did a lot of the designing. But Dan Dooling was the...
The ending was a little cheesy, but, you know.
Yeah, it's, DJ McHale, we find this out later in the credits, but he's actually one of the guys that made the Are You Afraid of the Dark show.
Really?
Yeah.
Neat.
No, seeing it how we played it, you know, like I knew what to do and stuff like that. I got the best ending, like just like that, like without any fuck ups, pretty much.
Yeah.
That you kind of forget that the Midnight Society is there.
Yeah, kind of.
And they just kind of show up at the end, like, oh yeah, there are game overs and bad endings, and what those do is that they incorporate more of those scenes. There's actually a lot more that we haven't really seen yet.
That has to do with like failure and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we could always look into doing that too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess I kind of cut you off, but what else did you? What do you think?
Overall, it wasn't terrible, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, like, obviously getting lost and stuff like that can be frustrating, and I mean, the game was overall pretty damn cheesy.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why we like it, though.
That's part of the charm.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew Mary was like a bad person at the end. I wasn't necessarily sure that Orpheo was actually gonna be a good guy or anything like that.
Yeah, that's kind of like comes out of nowhere a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you to the actors that did
the
their
two main
great job.
actors were just terrible.
Here's gonna be a little bit of a surprise, a little bit of twist even in the credits, but the voice actors and the physical actors are different people. And there's also the werewolf victim is apparently named Devin. We brought that up in a previous episode, but apparently his name was Devin, not whatever I said it was.
Maybe they're that's kind of weird to think about. That means that they got, for each character, like, they got two different actors.
Yep.
And they both were bad.
Yeah, because the models don't exactly put a lot of expression into it either.
Like, as we said before, that is just pure terror in that boy's face. And then he's just like,
That's a good point, because Alex was worse than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was by far the worst one.
That's probably why he had the least amount of playtime.
Yeah. All right, we've done it. I think it's a pretty kind of whatever the opposite of phenomenal is. Ordinary. It's an adventure game. It's an adventure game. The puzzles are
there.
Are they? I'm
They're
not
there,
so sure
kind
about
of.
that. Yeah. I think the biggest problem I had was the first time I played it, I didn't get the safety harness.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't have the medallion. And so it was extremely confusing when I could go back to the area to get the medallion, and I figured that, oh, maybe I couldn't get it unless Terry was there.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Terry and, like, Alex could hold his little sister to go get it.
Gotcha.
But that doesn't work. If you don't have those three items with Alex and the magic wand with Terry, then give Terry the green key, then you actually get to that point, and then if that person has their only save and they save over it,
and they're done.
You're
screwed.
The game's over.
Yeah.
Because there are a number of game over screens. Or
You
game
just
over
didn't show any
scenes,
of them.
actually.
Like, I think no, I don't think you showed any of them.
I think we were fortunate enough that they didn't come up.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I think the game, the graphics were, I think, misplaced effort.
Yeah.
Like, because there's a lot of screens, and there's always stuff on the screens and stuff like that, but
oftentimes there are things you think you can click on, but you can't.
But there wasn't, and I think maybe it's them figuring that, oh, the kids will look around here and try to find stuff to click on, so that'll give us an opportunity to make the game longer.
Yeah.
Because FMV games are traditionally very short.
Mm-hmm.
And this is it's an FMV game for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just did. I've been kind of wrestling with that myself. I can't really just decree this an FMV full motion video 100% FMV game, because there's FMV moments, but it just feels like it's missing. I think it's like character models.
Yeah.
Because they really don't have any. Like, because for one, they're just all ghosts.
Yeah, and I mean the only real, like, quote unquote FMV parts are like with the Midnight Society.
Yeah, and they look horrible.
Yeah.
They look really bad.
It's like really small resolution.
Yeah.
It's all pixely.
Yeah. Yeah, they also have some like weird graphical issues. Like, did you notice the when like the clown was throwing the cape, and even when like Orpheo was like like flailing about at the end, like it'll like show like the motion lines and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an old game. I think it came out in 1993 and 4, apparently.
Really?
By what it's telling me. And surprisingly enough, it's actually really expensive online. Getting a copy will cost somebody $20 to $30.
That is kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Like, for what it is.
Mm-hmm.